Hello everyone, welcome to the first review of the Intobridge tournament. So first of all, let's get familiar with the app. Then you see that once you log in intobridge.com, then you have a couple of options here. So you can either create a table, you can play a team game, or you can play a pairs tournament. You can set up one on your own, but there is also like play a ranked game, which is very interesting, but you play with a computer. We can just get a really quick look and play one hand because it's extremely fast. You play with 3 robots, but you have one opponent. The robots are not that sophisticated, but they bid reasonably, and your goal is just to beat the only opponent on the other side. So it's like a border match. You either win or lose. So see that right here, I would definitely prefer to play in hearts, but based on the defense so far, it looks quite good also in spades. Anyway, 4 hearts seems to be the right contract, and I think that I will lose this one. See, hearts are gone, so we can just dump a club and they score the trump. You can claim opponents are very fast in accepting. So see, and now we wait, and it's a defeat. So it's there's like a 2-second period when you see what your opponent does. So you can just show the results, and you see that the other player, Ryan Giggs, just played in 4 hearts after 1 heart opening from south and an easy bidding, easy jump to 4 hearts. So I managed to lose that one. You see that I lost 8 points in the ranking. Just because Ryan is a little bit better. Very often, if you have a high ranking, you will lose more points, and then same if you win. So a very interesting layout, very fast, a lot of fun, maybe a little bit frustrated, but definitely challenging, because Ben plays reasonably normal, so it's good for guessing. But this video is more about the yesterday's tournament when we play. So see that the next open pairs tournament comes up in 5 hours, which means that it starts at 8 p.m. But we're interested into the first day tournament. So you just go to complete it. You can just close up the chat here so we have it a little bit larger, and in completed tournaments you can just find the one which you played. You can either also like find it in the top right with the results, go to events, and you can go through the boards which you played here, and you can directly here find go to the event. So that helps you to find the one you're interested in and you played in very fast. So you see the ranking style. So congrats to Jeannie and Lian, 71%, basically unbeatable. Here we had 16 pairs so far, and those in greens, that means that those I have marked as friends. I have 4 junior pairs here, so it's fun that we have some young generation to play. You have a scorecard bottom here where you can just see all your scores, colored filter here, so you see which one you did well, which one you did not do perfectly, and you can go through them. But what we are interested are the travelers, and that just shows the results from all the tables, and we can just go through a couple of hands, maybe more. We will see 14 boards we played against 7 opponents. So the first board, you see we played 3 no trumps. There are plenty of various contracts, so definitely a tough board to play. But North is the one who opens, and if North decides to pass and East decides to pass as well, South, you open 1 heart, and West with 5 card hearts doesn't have a bid. So now, from the North perspective, which was actually my hand here, I prefer to show the 5-card spades. 4-card spades, because 2 over 1 might be a little bit stronger, although diamonds is a way better suit than spades. But always try to find the major fit first, and hopefully your system will allow you later on to find either the minor, but most importantly, no trumps. So partner from the south just shows the second suit, and from north with 8 high card points, you don't have to just go 2 no trumps. That should show like 10, 11. That's why I decided just to correct 2 hearts, and we play Gazili convention in this sequence, 1 heart, 1 spade. So the 2 diamonds here will be conventional, forcing to game. That's optional, but if partner has 2 suits, then diamonds might be not the best one. Well, once I corrected to 2 hearts, now partner from south bet 2 spades with the 3-card fit and a bad 5-card, because potentially I might still have 5-card spades. So he tries that, but that already shows some extra points, so that's why I jumped to 3 no trumps. We have the nice button here, which just shows which lead is the best. And actually, although the diamond lead seems like it gives away the contract, it's actually the best possible you can do, because you break the communication. Whatever you do, then you just create some finessing options later on or end plays. So 9 tricks scored for 86%. We can just have a look on some other hand, how they bid, and now you see that south open 1 heart, 1 spade from north, 2 spades from south, and north will definitely overbid the hand with 4 bad spades and 2 doubletons, which are not that good here. The issue was, of course, trumps splitting 5-5, 5-1. Still, with this layout, you can actually make 3 spades, which will at the end be a bad score anyways if you score 140. So see that no trumps paid off the best. Okay, we can just move on to boards number 2, where we actually reached 3 no trumps and get some help. So let's go through some other table, which kind of looks standard here for the 2 hearts with the juniors. So let's see how they bid. East starts with 11 high card points, 4-4-4-1. 3 top cards, so this is very important. You have 3 winners basically for any contract, ace of spades and ace king of diamonds. So that's a good definition for the opening. So 1 diamond pass from south, 1 heart response, and not north being vulnerable with those queens decided not to bid at all, and east-west just sign off in 2 hearts. You see that a 2 heart, 3 heart contract is the best here. So standard bidding just gets you around 50%. If you get a good card play, you will score over 70% if you score what you need. Well, 3 no trumps from north side. That was a great top score, but let's not go through how the card play went. Board number 3, now east-west had the contract, and yet again you see very various contracts. So either it's no trumps from east-west, or north-south plays in a spade contract. And we might just have a look what happened here with those who get a bottom or 20% score when they overcall quite weak. It will be this one. So west opens 1 no trump, pass from north, and east with 8 high card points, just stamens. That's quite a standard thing. South just try to weigh in with the 2 spades bid, try to get the lead, which is reasonable, but you always have to be very careful. Now with the vulnerabilities it might be fine because opponents tend not to double you in a suit. When you are vulnerable, they usually tend to double you if you are vulnerable and they are not. That scores more. How to react after the overcall? Standardly it's good to double for takeout. So double from west will show 4 hearts, so east can pass. If you pass, then east can double for takeout with 4 hearts, and then west can pass. In general, I suggest you to play takeout doubles unless you already passed 1 takeout double or you double 2 suitor bid, which in definition tends to be 2 suitor. So then east actually didn't take out double here, and that was his bid from east, but he might not be sure how is the understanding with partner. So definitely a takeout double, and then west might just go 3 diamonds or 2 no trumps, no place to play. Maybe a pass, who knows. Now, after 2 no trumps pass, north bid to 3 spades, which is definitely a bad bid with 4 triple free, and yes, couple of honors, but guess what? Opponents already shoved minimum 22, more like 23 high card points when they're inviting to 3 no trumps. So don't intervene 3rd level when opponents actually stayed in a part score in 2 no trumps. So that was a great gift here. 3 spades doubled. See that even 300 for 2 spades doubled will be a great score. Board 4, that was pretty much flat, but although flat for 70%. So just a quick look if it is worth to sacrifice here, and definitely the bidding might be interesting because east-west can make 5 diamonds and 5 spades. So vulnerable 620 or 650, and north-south has an 11 card fit. But in hearts, when you have such a big fit, you also need those shortnesses, and 2 spades opposite 3 spades, that's not a good sign. So my suggestion is, if you are balanced, don't sacrifice 5 over 4, especially if there are like same vulnerabilities. Definitely not if you are unfavorable. The only exception is if opponents are vulnerable, so they make a game for over 600, and you are non-vulnerable, so even 3 down is beneficial. So look at that. North definitely should not pull to 5 hearts here over 4 spades. Yeah, 4 hearts doubled. That was a good contract, and 100% 5 hearts could be already 800 if the defense is correct. So not a good sacrifice at the end. Let's have a look on board number 5. Okay, let's try to refresh here. Okay, I'm back. So we are with board number 5, where the whole field were playing in spades. 2 tables didn't reach a game, which I understand, though 4 spades is a great contract. But you see that it might be not that easy to play or defend. So let's have a look on this bidding. 1 spade from south, 2 clubs overcall, which we understand with 14 count and a solid 5 card. North decides to pass, which is okay with the 5 card suit. Pass, and south jumped to 3 spades. Definitely you have an option here to take out double as well. And one partner from north bids 2 hearts, you can bid 2 spades. That way you don't end up third level and you have still an option to play 3 diamonds, which might be much better if you are in a part score. But of course your spade suit is quite solid, so you have only 1 spade loser, 3 aces missing. Of course partner will not cover all of them, but if you are lucky, partner might have 1 and he can show it later on. Anyway, 3 spade was a good bid. In this particular board, North raised to 4 spades, having the ace plus the possible queen doubleton spade might be useful as well. So after the lead of the club, then you might see that the first thing in the defense is signal. Very often towards the king you show the count. When you see the dummy as well, you know about 5-5, so let's show the count. I prefer low as even, but it's just your preference. What do you do? Of course, in the second trick, once you get this, it's fine if you actually continue with the clubs and you try to shorten declare or actually just exit passively here. The other option might be to cash the ace of hearts and try to get to partner's hand. But which one is it? That might be the tough one. If partner discarded the higher one, so you might expect a singleton in partner's hand, it's better to cash the ace of hearts first, maybe cross with a ruff to partner's hand so you can get a heart ruff as well, score 3, possibly 4 tricks if partner has extra. Right now declare just decides to draw the trumps, and right now my preference probably would be to cash the king of hearts first before I do anything else, because there is only 1 entry to the north, and that's with the ace of diamonds, and I would like to keep that as an option later on for a squeezer communication, so I would love to establish the hard entry. If I do that, well, I will lose towards the ace and I might be in troubles, but guess what? If West wins with the singleton ace, he doesn't have anything to play. So very tough. Now we can show even the double dummy that the diamond just holds the contract in 10 tricks, or even the queen of clubs. So the low diamond here worked, North jumped with the ace and finesses the king of spades with the 9. East decided not to jump, not to cover with the king, which is understandable, so you just finesse the second round, and you still need to have some work. So you draw the last trump, and now the situation ends up actually with West. South cashing the trumps and even the king of hearts, and it's so important that West keeps all the diamonds, and it's not like that difficult to figure it out, because you know that South is out of clubs and you could have got a heart signal as well. So see that now after the king of hearts discard, then you needed the diamond signal, and once you discard the diamond you will give away the over trick, which at the end scores for extra 30%, and that's a lot in a short match point tournament. Okay, board number 6. Yet again you see contracts all over the place, either spades from east-west overbidding, or diamonds from north-south. Well, let's not check the free no trumps down 5. We might check our table, which might be at least a little bit reasonable. So West started with the weak 2. It's a great hand, especially vulnerable for a weak 2 opening. And North decided, well, that was me, I decided to double, but only because we are non-vulnerable. The North hand is really bad with only 3 top honors and a terrible 4 triple free distribution. East decided to push a little bit, and I like that push, because if you can expect 7 to 8 losers with West, you probably cover 2, possibly 3, and that might be that free spades is either making or going 1 down. And if north-south has a contract, then it's definitely beneficial. But here Simon, a south with a 6-card minor, 2 kings, decided to bid 4 diamonds, and we ended up in the best possible contract. So great play at the end from both sides. Very difficult, but that's how you can end up in 4 diamonds. If we just have a look how somebody here ended up in 4 spades. So 2 diamonds preemptive from south, and now Brandy here on west overcalled 2 spades, which, being vulnerable, is aggressive. I understand that with shortness in diamonds, you might actually need to do the action right now. But if you do, then it's very tough to stop, because then North just raised to 3 diamonds. Possibly North could go 3 no trumps. But after 3 diamonds, I understand that East, potentially having 2 diamond stoppers, an 11 count, trusting partner, ended up in the game, which didn't end up making. So very tough board. Board 7. Look again how bridge might be not that simple, because the bidding is not the same as all tables. There might not even be one single table same. So what we can actually make is 5 diamonds. So let's have a look on the table. Well, we might just have a look at our table here, where East opened 1 no trump with 16 count, and South we play transfer overcalls with 2 diamonds, which shows hearts. This is actually a very good system of overcalls, where 2 clubs shows both majors and 2 diamonds, 2 hearts are transfers, but only from the direct seed. If you get to the reopen side, we just play natural. There is one very important reason for that. While the direct seed plays transfers and the reopen seed plays natural. And the reason is that if North, in this case, is the declarer, then the strong hand will lead, and that's a huge benefit. So see that 2 diamonds from South showing hearts, double from West takeout on hearts. It's good if you have the majority of points, or you still have the chance to have the majority of points, to have the double as takeout. Me as North, I shoved 2 hearts that I have a full fit. I could pass to show only a doubleton, which potentially gives a preference to play a side suit if South has one, if you don't accept the transfer. Right now, East knew what to do with a little bit off-shape hand with 3 diamonds, and they ended up in a 10-card fit, not in a game, but yet in a great contract for 43%, because they lacked 1 trick in the card play. See, 57% to play the right contract. That's a good bridge. For those who gave away the contract in 3 no trumps, it's actually not that easy, because when you lead the King of Hearts against 3 no trumps, it's important to have the good signals. And the King in general asks to unblock the Jack. And in here, it is so important that North really unblocks, but yet Ace 9 might be a stopper. So even if North does, then it might not help. So in that case, I prefer, if you don't unblock, I prefer to show the count, so the leader knows if to continue the suit or not. So this way, unfortunately, unblock didn't come, so South switched to another suit, and he didn't find the spade switch, which will still beat the contract. Club lead gives away a trick and the tempo, so 3 no trumps making at the end. Board number 8, similar story. Not a single contract, actually same. here, although 3 clubs, 3 hearts, 4 hearts, down 1 for 50. So if we just have a look how the bidding potentially could go, is that North has either a 2 spade preempt, but having 3 key cards might be a really good preempt. I actually opened 1 spade with the North hand, but I understand that if you play solid, it might be 2 spades. For East, 17 high card points. I understand the double, I understand 3 clubs, and I understand 2 no trumps as well. All of those bits have their benefits, and for me, with doubles and ace where you cannot duck twice in a spade contract, I would prefer to double and risk that if partner bids 3 diamonds that he probably has a 5 card. Not really an easy one. 2 no trumps might be a good bid here as well. See that now South decided to pass, not to race. Even North-South with the best potential fitting cards together can even make 10 tricks in spades. Still very hard to guess the diamond queen in the weak hand later on. So 2 no trumps declared. See that you can make only 7 tricks if everybody plays the best, because simply you just lead a spade, and East-West does not have enough tricks in tempo. Okay, let's have a look. Board number 9. So finally, a couple of tables play the same in 4 spades, and we are again on the edge to sacrifice or not. So see that a sacrifice being vulnerable might not be the best one, although at our table it worked out since Simon played great. So let's have a look, because this was actually super interesting card play. South opens 4 spades, which is a great push, being non-vulnerable, 7 solid card, and avoid. Potentially, I prefer to open this hand 3 no trumps, which I like not to have like a gambling with a minor, but better to have it with the major. That transfers the declare play to North, and very often makes it easier to make if you get, for example, heart club or even a diamond lead, that you protect those honors in the stronger, not shapy hand. So after 4 spades, it's a very tough bid from West. If I will hold the hand, I will most likely pass, because you have 6 theoretical losers, and in order to be 5 hearts good, you need partner to cover you 4 losers, and partner is past hand. So that, I would think, it's almost impossible. But guess what? Look at this hand. Everything might be possible. So spade lead. Second round of spades. North discarding a club, which already might create some issues, but discarding a club should give the declare already a signal. Oh, it's either short, but potentially I can afford to discard a club, because you see the dummy, ace king 10. That's not a suit which you like to discard when you have plenty of diamonds to discard. Okay, third round of spades, and you know that from West you have to rough high, otherwise you will be over-roughed. So Simon did really well to rough high, and now started to draw the trumps. I would expect that they split badly, but heart is not the suit which splits badly. So now drawing the last trump and discarding diamond from dummy. South kept the diamonds, which is fine. And now look what happens. So you can play whatever and you probably go down only once. But if you play a club, now this could be a very difficult, sorry, there was no entry anyway. But if you play a low card here, it could be a very difficult one. if Declare will finesse immediately with the 10, because he can guess the distribution for the 4th spade opening. If there will be another entry, well, at this moment there is no entry, and you still have a control with the 4 card. But if you decide that there might be an entry, then playing the queen might actually break the communication that you cannot ruff the 4th one. So Susie here went up with the honor, trying to protect the others, and even if Declare crosses with the diamond ace and repeat the finesse second time, although it's better to catch the hearts first, because look at that, North will be in discarding problems. And on the last heart, he has to discard all the diamonds, king, queen, jack, trusting that South has the 10. And if not, and you discard a club, the contract will be made. So what looked like a terrible sacrifice at the end worked out quite nicely. Of course, after a club lead and getting the ruff, it might be a disaster, but it's very tough to lead a club from North. What can be actually done at the beginning, when you lead and North leads a spade, you can actually win, or you can even duck. Sorry, let's play the card play. If Declare ducks the 8, you can now just play the 2 of spades. And guess what? If the 8 holds, what do you think North will play? So that's the best, lead an 8. If East doesn't cover with the 10, you can duck with the 2, having the 9, and get a club ruff and collect a top score. Board number 10, 1-no trump, Declare play, pretty much a standard thing. So let's keep going, and we get to a hard contract. So yet again, a lot of players overbid this hand. So let's see what happened. South opens 1 diamond, which is normal, 14 count, semi-balanced hand with 5 for distribution. West overcalls 2 club, which is understandable with a 6 card, and North doubles to show both majors. Well, while South shows the hearts, North with 2 aces invites to a game, which I'm not sure if I will do, because South had a chance to jump to 3 hearts and he failed to do so. So if we just have a look on the South hand, 2 spade losers, 2 heart losers is 4, 1 diamond is 5, 1 club is 6, but that's only theoretical losers, and based on a club overcall, we can expect that the king will not make the trick. So that's 7 theoretical losers, which is a standard hand for 2 opening, and I like the South 2 hard bit only. And if you just have a look with 2 aces, maybe the doubleton will cover a loser, but with 2 aces you cover only 2 losers. So that's not worth an invitation, and North should actually pass 2 hearts here, which will be probably overbid with East with 2 spades from a reopen, and possibly they can find a free club contract. The game might be not over. Over 3 clubs you can still compete in diamonds or hearts, so definitely that's a good option, but ending up in 4 hearts is not a good one. At our table, Simon opens 1-no trump, which I understand, 15-17, you have an extra 5 card, you want to protect those short honors, and we ended up in 4 hearts, because now North, opposite 15-17, has the hand, and we got doubled from Hendrik. So 4 hearts doubled, well declared, going only 1 down, still only 20% on the side. Board 12, and yet again, relatively a standard hand and a really high contract. So let's have a quick look. West has a 14 count, but 4 333. no ace, so potentially one club opening. I think they might have they play the precision style, so they have to open one diamond with a balanced hand. But if it is one club or one diamond, might not matter, unless if you open one club, North has a one diamond overcall. So that makes it interesting. Anyway, even if you do or do not, then East might show a full card major here, either with one spade bid or with a double if something happens. And South at this table jumped to 3 hearts. Once again, you are vulnerable. 2, 4, 6, 7 theoretical losers. You need partner to cover 2 in order to be a good contract. Of course, you have a 7 card suit, but the trumps are not that good. And while you are so weak, then you can expect a takeout double from one of the sides. And this is like a super lucky hand that when North passed, you find him with the 3 absolute perfect honors plus the 10 of hearts, so you make 3 hearts. But in match points, don't be that aggressive, vulnerable. Even if you just end up playing 3 hearts, you go down 1 or 2 for 200 or doubled once for 200, it can be a disaster. So be very careful. This time it worked out, but I don't think that West with this, let's say, one defensive trick should double when East didn't promise much. But I understand, look at that, scores from the top to bottom. Board 13, I think, at least I thought at the table that this will be a standard score pass all over the board, but at the end, some people opens the South 11 high card point hand or East 11 high card point hand. In this board, it was South, but I don't think that any of the players have actually the opening. Luckily from North-South, the honors are well positioned with the King of Clubs behind the Ace. Jack of Clubs can be finessed. Hearts are free. The Spade Jack is on side, so it's super lucky for North side. North-South, I would suggest you not to bid at neither hand. And the last board, 3 no trumps, pretty standard 12 tricks, but you see that something happened at our table. So let's have a look what that was. Oh, I remember. We got a club lead here, or at least I led the club towards the singleton ace, and now the declarer has to play the spade finesse soon and overtake the diamonds. But if you play a diamond towards the king, this is what happens. You don't have an entry. If you play the spade finesse now, you don't have a later entry. So you have to be super careful and play the 2 towards the 8 or a 9 and play the spade finesse. So you can still cross and dump those hearts on the winning clubs. If you fail to do so, now you don't have an entry. And if you cash those clubs before you play the spade finesse, then North will get the club winners, and you will potentially even go down from 3 no trumps. So very careful, make your plan and overtake your honors to provide more entries. Okay, well, I really enjoyed this tournament. I'm looking forward to the other ones. Intobridge is a great app with a lot of statistics. Once you finish, you can see what was actually the development here, the curve, even with the coloring, what scores we had. Me, I had only 9 high card points, so pretty below average. That's quite a lot, like one high card point, but it's only 14 boards, so sometimes it can happen even below 9. The total time is interesting, and also the action time here. So see, well, wait, I need to move myself. So we have it here that for the bidding it was 8 seconds, declaring 2 or 3 seconds. So you can see how every action takes a little bit different time. Partner had some connection issues, so the timing might not be the best here. But for some time it can be interesting how much time you spend, how much time your partner or opponents spend on those boards. You can see that when you are a declarer how many percentage you have. So see that I declared 3 hands, 86%, quite happy. I'm quite happy to get above average when I'm dummy as well. Partner declared more hands. 1 lead helped, but that was a little bit lucky with that last 3 no trumps help, which got help from the declarer. Also interesting score by contract. So in part scores we had it 50-50, but in games we had a huge swing, 77%. So on a game level we were definitely way better than the field. So you also have the best score and the worst score. Great statistics. I really like the graphics and everything, although in the card play I prefer cards than the symbols, but it's fine and only for the use. So I hope that I will see you next time and that we will play another great tournament. So thank you and bye bye.